If you're able to design a trading plan whereby if you are risking, you risk say 1% of your account, but if you're that means if you're wrong, you are risking just 1% of your account set. But if you happen to be right, you are making 2% of that account set. At the end of the month, will you turn out in profit? You will, because the secret lies in you having an average win that is bigger than your average loss. So if each time you lose 1%. But each time you're right, then you're right to 2%. Definitely you end up in profit. Even if, and one good thing about having a system that has a good risk to reward ratio is that it helps you to deal with emotions. Emotions that come because despite how good your trading system is, there is what we call clusters. And those clusters, they might just like you are flipping the coin. No, you can't tell if there is no weight on any side. Any head at every point in time, you can just have like 3 heads show up at a time, true or false. Yeah, and you can have like so that's what we call clusters. But when you have a good risk to reward, it helps you deal with emotions that comes with clusters. Because you know that even when you're wrong, you are risking only 30% of your account. For instance, if you are risking like 1% of your account and you have a cluster of say 5 bad trades, you just be down by only 5%, right? Because you were just wrong the first time, 1%, second time, just in 5 places. So with that doesn't come the emotion of fear or anything, because you know that all you need is just 3 good trades and you're up 6% again. So it helps you deal with the emotion that comes with clusters of bad trades or clusters of good trades. And again, if you're right, maybe you're right, say 3 times in a row, it helps you deal with the emotions of greed. Because you understand that despite the fact that I am right 3 times in a row, doesn't mean that my next 3 trades won't be losses. So it will help you not to now want to gamble your way. For the fact that I was right 3 times, that means that I can now predict the market, I can now increase my lot size and trade my way to freedom, It helps you to deal with the emotion of greed. Because you know that every outcome, the truth be told, even with your TA, that is your technical analysis, the outcome of every trade is unique. A good setup, and that's really what makes the difference between professionals and amateurs. They've learned and they've understood all these concepts. So, despite the fact that a certain setup gave you a winning trade, doesn't mean that the next time you see the same setup looking similar like it is the twin brother of the first one, it doesn't guarantee that it's going to give you another winning trade. So for the fact that the first time you saw that setup, you risked only 1% and you were able to make just 2%, and you now see the same setup again, and you be like, the same setup again, let me increase my lot size. That very setup that looked like the first one might end up being a losing trade. But when you are able to predefine your risk in such a way that no matter how good the trade looks, no matter how bad it looks, I am risking a certain percent of my account, it will help you to deal with so many emotions that comes with trading. Another thing is, if you don't predefine your risk, you are bound to suffer from drawdown. And drawdown is the biggest pitfall of any trader. Because once you start suffering from drawdown, then it comes with emotions. Emotions of greed, emotions of fear, emotions of fear of missing out, so many emotions. You will see yourself participating in the market. Meaning, you can just open your chart and you see that maybe the chart is going up. And you'll be like, this thing, trend bar that you're seeing at that point in time, that is making you to believe that the market is going. That if you don't have the right proper information, you can just, as you're entering that trade, the trade is reversing. So what now happens if you don't predefine your risk? At the end of the day, you have losing, because the truth be told, it's only professionals. What the market does is that the market sets trap for amateurs. Because the market understands that amateurs, they only participate. All they need to see is once they see candle patterns that look good, they're in the market. So the market is wired in such a way that it will be setting traps for them. It will keep setting traps for them, and they will keep falling for those traps. But it's only professional traders that set professional. If you're a professional trader, you'll be setting traps for the market, and the market will fall into your own trap. Do you know? If you've acquired the right proper information and you've learned, you've disciplined yourself, you've learned how to trade well, you can set trap for the market and the market will fall into your trap. Why? Because you've gone to the level that you now anticipate the movement of the market. You don't participate. It's only amateurs that participate. If you're a professional, you will anticipate and you see the market coming down to your level. So all these things, they help to build your edge in the market. And by the time you know what is happening, it just keeps happening over and over again. And you keep seeing yourself in winning trades. Why? Because you've learned the proper way to trade. Now, back to the risk to reward. Is there a way that we can predefine our risk in such a way that whenever we enter a trade, we are losing only a certain percent of our accounts? Yes, there is. There is a very proper, and that's the best, because the game is a game of probability. That is the best thing you can do for yourself. That each time I'm entering a trade, I am risking only a certain percent of my account. 2% maximum. 2% maximum. Because what risking as low as 2% does to you is that, it will take you, for instance, you have $100 account and you're risking only 2% of that account size. That means you're risking like how much? Like $4, right? So you have to be wrong. How many times? Sorry, that means you're risking like $2. You have to be wrong like close to 50 before you blow accounts. And it's not possible. But it's only when you don't predefine your risk. That is why when you enter trades anyhow, and before you know what's happening, you blow your account. Because if you let the market to lead you, the market will lead you, but it only leads you to go and blow your account. If you're a professional trader, you don't allow the market to lead you. If you're a professional trader, you don't allow the market to lead you. Because it can only lead you to blow your account. But if you're able to predefine your risk each time you're entering a trade, knowing that I am going to this trade, risking only, say, 1% of my account. And you can do that with calculation. It's not just, you don't enter it. The mistakes that amateurs do is that they enter a trade without predefining their risk. And they go into that trade, instead of predefining their risk before placing a chart, before placing an order, they will go into a trade and start deliberating on the lot size to use. That's very wrong. It's only amateurs that do that. You don't open your chart and look at your chart and you start deliberating as you're looking at the market. You are now thinking, what lot size should I use for this market? Maybe you'll be like, this chart looks good. It looks like it's going to sell and sell very fast. Now, just on the $100 account, for instance, you now decide to risk as much as 0.4 lot size on the $100 account. Who does that? How can you risking 0.4 on the $100 account? And that thing can only be possible because you're using leverage. And it's only amateurs that rush to use leverage. Because do you know what leverage is? Leverage is like a trap that brokers set for amateur traders. It's only amateurs that use leverage. Leverage is like a trap that brokers set for amateur traders, because leverage is like a catalyst. Science students, catalyst. It will help amateurs to speed up the process of blowing their accounts. Because what leverage does, for instance, on a $100 account, and you take a leverage of 1:500, that automatically turns your $100 to 50,000. And you are able to enter a contract size bigger than what your normal account size should hold. Because you are on the leverage of 1:500 on the $100 account, you are able to take a trade of 0.4, which means you are risking 40,000 naira, because that's the implication. And on that, all you need is just for the market to go against you 25 pips. And you can, all you need, if you are risking as much as 0.4 on a $100 account, all you need is just for the market to go against you 25 pips only. Only 25 pips that if it's a very volatile market, that can happen in minutes. All you need is just for the market to go 25 pips against you, and your account is blown up. And you come back, you start picturing yourself, thinking, am I dreaming? Am I in the real world? Of course, you weren't dreaming. Just allow the market to teach you a big lesson, which is, he who does not know what he risk off. Because if you know what you risk, and you take this thing as a profession, you cannot just go into the market without calculating your lot size. Now that brings us to, is there a way that we can predefine our risk in such a way that whenever we enter the trade, we are risking a 30% of our account? Yes, there is a way. Guys, there is a way. All you need is just a predefined loss, a stop loss, then to size your position in such a way that if the market happens to go against you, you are risking only a 30% of your account. No matter how wide your stop loss is or how tight it is, you will still risk only that percent of your account. And all you need for that is just what we call a position size calculator. It's a position size calculator. You are able to calculate, to predetermine the loss size you're going to use, the loss size you are going to use on any trade. And with that, you are covered. Even if in the event that that trade goes against you, you are sure that you are only risking a 30% of your account. So I would like us to get our phones, go to Play Store, but I would need us to do the practical part of this thing. So you understand the implication of this, and how, if you are able to avoid this, there is no how you won't be consistent in your profit making. There is no how. It just comes with. So you just need to predefine your risk. If you're able to do that, then you will see that there is no how you will end up with blown account. It's not possible. So can you go to your Play Store and search for Forex calculators. Let's be quick because my time is almost up. Search for Forex calculators in your Play Store. Are we there? Yeah. The one that has FX. Yeah. Have you installed it? Please install it. I can quickly show you how to use it. You cannot, if you are a professional trader, you cannot think of entering a trade without first calculating your loss size. If you are a professional trader, you can't think of entering a trade. It's very wrong. Are we there? Have you installed it? Let me see. Just search for Forex calculator. Are we there? Okay. That's the first one there. Very first one. If you search for Forex calculators, oh, the first one. The first one. This is very first one. Forex calculator. Let me see. This first one. This one. Are we there? Yes. Are we there? The first one. Yes. Price calculators. And the first one. So if you install it and open it, you'll be seeing something like this. Account currency, you can see it. Yeah. Account currency pair, account balance, stop loss in pips, risk per percent. You can see it, right? So all you need to do before you place any trade, you go to your calculator. Under currency, you leave it at USD. Then under the currency pair, you select the currency that you want to trade. Say for instance, Euro USD, select it. Then under account balance, you just input your account balance there. Say for instance, on your trading account, you have like $1,000. You just put 1,000 there. You get? Just you just put your account balance there. Then when you have your stop loss in pips, already before you even think of coming to a calculator, because I've seen the setup you want to trade, and you've already determined your stop loss in distance. That's the distance from your entry to your stop loss. For instance, if it's like 30 pips, yeah. So once you come to the calculator, where you have stop loss in pips, you just put in 30 there. 30, for instance, yeah. That's for instance, so that you're risking 30 pips on this account on this year. So once you do that, you just press calculate. You get? It automatically gets you. Sorry, under risk per percent. I should come again. I said where you have account maybe G, that's a GBP US or anything you're trading, you go there and you change it from the default one, which is your US, to that one you're trading. You get? Now where you have account balance, you put in your account balance from your trading platform. You know, the balance you have on your trading account. You put it there. Where you have your stop loss in pips, already you have the stop loss that you want to risk. For instance, the distance, if maybe you're entering on this level and your stop loss is below, that's if you are buying, you enter here and your stop loss is below. The distance from your entry price to your stop loss price, that's the stop loss you get. So if for instance it's 30 pips, now if you come to the calculator, you put in 30 there. Now risk per percent, if you are risking say 1% of your account size or 2%, but you cannot risk more than 2% on any trade. So for instance, if you are risking 2% max, where you have risk per percent, you put 2 there. You get? And once you are done, you just click on calculate. And once you are done, you just click on calculate. Once you calculate, the one you'll be choosing is the one that has standard lots. Because you have position units there, standard lots, mini lots, micro lots. The one you select is the one that has standard lots. You get? Yeah. So with this, once you now go to your trading platform, that's for instance your MT4, and now you now want to place a trade. Once you open your new order, you get? Once you open your new order, that place that to put in your lot size. You select anything that you have there. If it's like 0.06, you put in 0.06 there. And what this does for you is that in event you are wrong on that trade, you end up risking only that percent of your account. No matter how big your stop loss is, the only thing is that if your stop loss is bigger, your loss size will be smaller, because the two are inversely proportional. If your loss size is bigger, then your this thing will be smaller. But if you have a tighter stop loss, it will give you a bigger loss size, still risking that certain percent of your account. Do you understand? Yes. And this is very important because it will help you manage your risk going forward. You don't risk anyhow. Because if you do that, you end up blowing your account. Are we together? Yeah. So once we are done with that, but I think my time is up, right? My time is up. So I believe that my mentor will guide you through, because we still have some things that you can come and copy with your flash at the office to guide you through, because you really need to learn how to trade properly. If you do that, all these stories about forex being scam, it will be very far from you, because people are making money in forex trading. I am teaching you this because I learned it, and if I can learn it, you too can learn it. Learn to trade the way to. You forget about it gets to a certain point that you just have to tell yourself the truth. The truth is that we desire this financial freedom. Make up your mind. You don't go for it. Give yourself that extra push, and you go for it and get it, and change the story of people around you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, Ma. I hope you learned one or two from being a student to being a teacher. And as she showed you, that's her there. So thank you so much, Mrs. Amarachi, for that wonderful speech. I hope you got to learn something and also downloaded the app on your phone. So right now, we also want to welcome a man who has been in this seminar like you. You know, we've had several seminars before now, and which we know that this is the last seminar for this one at the island. We have a man here who was somewhat in this crowd, just like you were some days back. His name is Sir Benjamin. He's also going to give you an insight to what you're probably expecting from Citiforex. Let you know on the experience he's had with Citiforex and he's still having with Citiforex. Please welcome Sir Benjamin.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Let me join in welcoming you to this very epoch-making occasion in your life. for you. Why am I saying that? Gone through the mails. In 2007. That's the truth. I registered with some fund. Initially, it was sweet. Guess what? In 2008, I resigned my appointment as assistant manager, group manager. I jumped into the Forex. I lost $120,000. So, along the line, we were going for training here and there, searching for knowledge. At the time, I couldn't find it. I gave up. I went to Abuja to stay. In 2013, the wave came again. We jumped inside it, going from one seminar to the other, searching for the missing link. I called it the missing link. But the more we were looking for it, at the time, like many of us, we said Forex is a scam. When I came back to Lagos, a friend met me and said, "Boy, why are you like this?" I said, "Let's not go to that story." He said, "Have you drawn Forex?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Why?" I said, "Forget that thing. I don't want to hear it again." He laughed and told me no. I said, "Is Forex not a scam?" He said, "It's not a scam." We argued. At the time, he encouraged me to search out for people who can impart the knowledge. I treat people just like I was, like a cooked meat. Very, very skeptical. Is this not just make rich, quick syndrome scheme? Is it not Ponzi scheme? Is it not scam? Is it not that? I was biased, I had prejudice, I was confused. Just like many of us. That's the truth. Who have ventured into it. But one they asked him, "Is this not a gambling something?" He said, "No. I stopped what I was doing." So let me hear this man out. After saying, I said, "This guy is smart, too. He's very intelligent. Where is he? Let me try him out." Eventually, I found out that he's in Surulere. I came for a seminar like this. When I came, I was loaded with prejudice. I was loaded with many misinformation. I said, I'm going to ask him certain questions. Because in other seminars I used to go, they will blah, 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 blah. They will say so many things. They will video of what, at the end of the day, when you join them, you will blow, you will just burn your fingers. So, but there, he made one statement in his introductory thing. Don't come here with mindset that you are going to get rich quick. I turned. He said it's like any other business. By risk, by the you know it. People to trade for you who don't know this, the same experience. I had it. Then I told myself something. Any man I meet is my superior. In that, I can learn of him. That is Carnegie. Luckily for me, he said, we are going to give you 3 months free training. I plunged myself inside it. Men and brethren, the truth is that Well, let me not sound negative. God will help you. But the truth is that God has given us a man in this climb who has the knowledge, who has the tool to make us, at least enough for anything, you'll be comfortable. If not for anything, you take care of your family. If not for anything, your dependents will be happy with you. Because when the money is not there, I don't need to tell you my experience. I'm a family man. So what you have just come, relax, zero your mind, whatever thing you think you have known, throw it away. In your mind, peace surgeon, make me. He will start from the scratch to build you up. At times I will struggle with former knowledge. He say, no, if you go that way, one day you'll come to me because you will lose your shirt. I will laugh. I say, this guy, he just knows me. So, men, what I'm telling you is that God has given us this institution. And you are fortunate to be here. I know you didn't pay any money, just like myself. So, maximize the opportunity. Make good use of this opportunity. Whatever thing he tells you to do, please do it. At the end of the day, those who know you now, they'll be saying, is it this man? Is it that girl? It's you. He has the key. He knows the road. He can lead us. Just follow him. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sir Benjamin, for that talk. And I hope you're not too tired, where, like I'm always emphasizing on time, we don't have so much time. I don't want to be precise in all of this that we're doing right now. So Sir Benjamin just spoke about his experience, and I hope that you can have somewhat the same experience with Sir Benjamin. Right now, I'm pretty sure you also want to know our company, you know, what we are all about, how we are unique and different from every other company out there, which deals with Forex trading, you know, Forex like that. So right now, we'll be calling on Ban. Please do not get tired. If you are, just think about money. That's why you're here. So think about money. Right now, please let's welcome Mr. Okwe. He's an activist. He's someone who, as I said yesterday, I'll still say it again. He's someone who has made Citiforex a part of his bloodstream, of his bones. I mean, the way he takes up Citiforex is amazing. I'm really surprised. I mean, they need to call him like a shareholder or something. So he's actually someone who will talk more about the core of investment about our company, our organization, what we do, what we are unique, and most especially the tripartite system, which you need to know. So please let's make welcome Mr. Okwe Ade Beshin. I hope I got that.
Thank you, Ejiro. Good afternoon, all. For those of you who are not privileged to be here yesterday, so I will just talk from the perspective of the investment. People have been talking about you coming to learn, trade your way to freedom yourself. But there are some class of people in the society that we should bring into the inclusiveness of the benefits in forex trading. So they may not have the zeal or the time or the technical ability to learn trading and to just invest, get a guaranteed return. So my contact with Citi was in March, like 3 years. I didn't discover them. A whole lot of people have been enjoying the benefits. Immediately I saw it, I was wondering, where is this company I've been since all these days that I didn't know. Right there, I put a copy. I understand that there is risk. There are all uncertainties that causes change or variability in your earnings. But running away from risk is not going to make everybody to the state of wealth. Management difference from all other companies that we have invested in and we have lost money And we believe that they will continue to uphold that and follow it with utmost integrity, because a lot of people have lost money here and there, and there is an investment appetite. So there's no encouragement to come and invest. But we cannot failure, because some people have failed or some people have scammed us. Then we generalize that potential or as a scammer. So you have to try to see things they are bringing onto the table. So for you to invest is very simple process. They make it to be very ROI to your bank account. You register there. So the system, all your money are not as of your deposits to trade, and 80% is locked in a margin protection fund. We don't share losses. In the period of surplus, the warehouse is into a reserve. Risks more than 20%. So, and they trade exclusively compared to others that and cannot satisfy, short-term daily obligations of paying ROI. So you can't be withdrawing from your brokerage account on daily basis and be paying. So that there have to be some element of Ponzi. You have a new money pay claim anyway at the ROI. Citiforex has made it very transparent. You have us and to help people to get out of poverty. So it's now left for everyone to now look at the offerings of Citiforex and be willing to take the risk. Yes, your risk has been, mitigated by their invest with them. And what they are doing, they are not seeing you as an investor. They make you like a retail trader. You cannot trade. They have the give them your money. They will create a sub-brokerage account for you, link into their own master account. So whatever they did on their own master account, calculated into your own. So end of 1 million subscriber or retail traders, they open 1 million account for them, and they trade on those 1 million accounts, and there will always be money available. Those accounts of every month, they cut off from on the 28th to 3rd of the month, because they have to concentrate trading, to generate that money. Most companies have failed because they are not truthful to their claim of trading forex. But at the end of the day, there is no money to generate to pay for investments. Those divert properties and to other business or to fund lavish lifestyle, holiday in Dubai and all those stuff. That is why investors are left to be gnashing their teeth. They have to petition at any point in time. Well, with their expertise, they said it is very remote for them to burn your account, and there won't be any need for a trigger to be made. So, whether we like it or not, they are taking risk in all. That is what they have done. We don't pray that it should be excluded from not trade, learn on your own, or your brain cannot cope. Since I have joined them,